What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Meta Champs, and welcome to our first game of Season 2 of the SPDA Luxury Ball Division, where this week we'll be taking on none other than Raxos, coach of the Atlanta Dark Knight. A very exciting start for us, but this coach and this team are definitely going to make things hard for us. My opponent's team consists of Meowscarada, Latias, Mandibuzz, Primarina, a Mamoswine, Skeledirge, Okidogi, a Registeel that can turn into a Water, Fairy, or Ground type, and a Alolan Persian that can turn into a normal Dark or Grass type, and finally a Swanna that can turn into a Flying, Ground, or Electric type. Already starting off with a tough team to outlive and outdamage with the really scary starter trio. The combination of Registeel, Mandibuzz, and Latias, and even the low point Alolan Persian and Swanna can also be rather scary Pokemon to take out, as I do unironically see Swanna being a possible major issue in this game. This fight is really going to come down to me either outliving or outdamaging my opponent, so hopefully the team I'm bringing can do one of those two options. I really like setup Grimmsnarl in this game with Throat Chop to prevent Skeledirge or Primarina from causing too much damage. Bronzong and Colossal are phenomenal walls into my opponent's team as well. Even Golduck can cause some major annoyances with the full 4 combo of his moves, and I'm finally hoping either TERA, YANMEGA, or Booster Attack Gouging Fire can come wreck the team in the endgame. If you'd like a more detailed team breakdown, then consider checking out my Ko-fi page, where you'll find 8-minute team breakdowns for all my battles, as well as receive access to battles early if you become a member. Any support you're able to give is always immensely appreciated. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and head into the battle. Okay, so this is going to either be really interesting or really bad. Let's do it! Woo! Week 1 of Luxury Ball, baby! We are going to see Registeel, Alolan Persian, Latias, Meowscarada, Swanna, and Mamoswine. All 3 TERA caps are here. That is wild. No Mandibuzz, Prim, Skeledirge, or Okidogi? Wow, okay. This is definitely going to be a very interesting game. I'm expecting Persian to probably not be the TERA. It's probably going to be the Dark type switch in. Same with Meowscarada for Shrek, which is fine because I'm not bringing Thunder Wave this game. Wow, this is definitely not the team I was expecting. I'm okay with it. I just wasn't expecting it. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I really think Meowscarada or Alolan Persian are going to be the lead, so I really want to lead my Colossal, and I think that's what I'm going to do. If Mamoswine leads, I switch into Liberty. If the Swanna leads, I switch into Scrooge McDuck. Alright, good luck on finding my opponent. Let's freaking do this. Alright, let's freaking go, baby. That's a cute card. Heck yeah, baby, let's go. Alright, so let's see here. I need to see if Swanna gets defogged. So we're going to see Nargacuga, which is going to be the Meowscarada. That makes sense to me. Swanna does get defogged, so I don't know if I want to set up my spikes. Flamethrower is honestly a very free button click. I don't think they're going to want to go for a, into Swanna on a possible power gem. I think that's pretty crazy. I think, honestly, I could also set up my spikes, though. I do kind of want to set up my spikes. You know what, frick it. If Swanna doesn't have defog, then these spikes are staying up on the field. We're going to see a U-turn here. This thing could be protective pads. If it's not, it's risking a burn. It does a decent chunk of damage, but not that much. We get the burn. I am so sorry. This is why you don't bring U-turn on a team with Colossal on it, though, baby. Let's go! Turn 1 burn! I regret nothing. Colossal did its job. Colossal literally did its job. We're done. We are done here, baby. That is crazy, bro. Oh my god. I can't believe that. I'm so sorry, Raxos. What a way to start the season, man. We're gonna see Legiana. That's probably gonna be the... Oh, it's Swanna. Okay, that's fine. That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright, if you have defog, you're revealing it here probably. I'm just gonna go into Scrooge. This is my switch in every single time for Swanna. And I also have to keep in mind Latias is around too, so I do need to make sure that I am careful with that. We can get things weakened down. YANMEGA looks phenomenal here. I don't know if Latias would be Scarfed. I doubt it. I doubt Latias would be Scarfed. It could also be Healing Wish too, which is something we have to keep in mind for Meowscarada. Latias could absolutely be Healing Wish. But I mean, hey, at the very least, like, literally, Volga came in and did its job, man. Like, burning the Meowscarada, that's all it needs to do. Setting up a layer of spikes is also nice, but like, man, I really did what it needed to do. We're gonna send in Scrooge McDuck. Let's go. We're just gonna see a flip turn. Interesting. Okay, so they just go for the flip turn. That's fine. I'm curious to see what they want to switch in here. We could probably see a Alolan Persian. We could also see a Lottie. If Lottie comes in, I just click knock off every single time. If Meowscarada comes back in, I'm tempted to stay in. We're gonna see Jindahad, which is going to be the Registeel. Interesting. Very intriguing indeed. I kind of want to click knock off here. I'm expecting this to be Rocky Helmets. I'm curious about this swap. I think for now, I don't want to get too damaged on Scrooge McDuck, especially because Swanna's around. So I think what I'm going to do here, I kind of want to switch in Liberty. Yeah, I will switch in Liberty here. I'm going to switch in Liberty. The reason I do this is because I think this is my best play to make, and that's what we're going to do. And I'm not going to regret anything. And I think I go for Rocks, honestly. Liberty's going to hit the field. We might see a... Okay, T-Wave, that's fine. Okay, I'm glad I swapped out then. I mean, granted, I could have probably just clicked that, but like Bronzong getting paralyzed here is not the end of the world. I'm gonna try to set up my rocks for free because I can and I want to. If this thing tries to set up in my face, like it's not going to ultimately win this game, because I have ways to beat this. I absolutely have ways to beat this. We could see rocks from them, so we do have to keep that in mind. We might have to deal with rocks from them, but again, Bronzong getting paralyzed here is not the worst thing it's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to see the hard swap here, which is very interesting. Let's see what wants to come in here. Valstrax is going to be none other than the Lottie. Very interesting that this is the Lottie switch. I'm going to set up my rocks here for free. Bada bing, bada boom. My guess is maybe a fire type move is coming out. That would be my assumption here is the fire move. I think regardless, I still go Scrooge McDuck. Thankfully, we've stacked up hazards against my opponent. They don't have a way to get rid of hazards other than defog on Swanna, and Swanna might not even have defog at this point. So this is fine. We're doing fine. Agility. Okay, so this could be weakness policy, which I do have to be a bit concerned about. I think here I clear smog. Yeah, I'm going to clear smog here every single time. We see Calm Mind. Nope, you're not doing that, buddy. You're not doing that. I'm clear smogging this. I am absolutely clear smogging this. No way you're doing that. And this is why I brought clear smog, baby. Let's go. Alrighty, perfect. I think here I kind of want to burn the most likely weakness policy. We do have Shrek in the back as well, so this is fine, honestly. I think I will click knockoff here. I will click knockoff. They could try to set up here. They are going to go for an alluring voice, which is fine. We are assault vest. We're going to fire off this knockoff here. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage. Boom. Bada bing. Let's see if you're weakness policy. Are you weakness policy? You are weakness policy. Good play. So, but I don't think an alluring voice will KO me. I think I still stay in. I'm going to click clear smog one more time. You can't get greedy versus me because of the fact that, you know, I am a... You know, I have clear smog, so you can't get greedy versus me. You could swap here, but I very highly doubt you do that. Honestly, Scrooge McDuck has been puts in the work already. Scrooge McDuck is putting in the work, and I have mad respect for it. Honestly, if we can get Swanna weakened down enough, then YANMEGA can win this game. We're gonna see stored power. Does that KO me? It does not! Let's go! Let's go, Scrooge! Let's go, Scrooge McDuck! That is my king. That is my goat. Let's go. That's actually so hype. I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually crazy hype. I'm just gonna clear smog again. I'm not gonna let you set up on me. You're gonna luring voice. That's fine. Golduck goes down. Assault vest Golduck. Taking the crit to knock him out too. That is crazy. GG's to Golduck, man. What a. Alright, I go Shrek here every single time. I can click Throat Chop. I can click the Spirit Break. I think here I just click Spirit Break every single time. You probably go for an alluring voice here if I had to guess. And yeah, there's no reason for me to click Throat Chop at this point. So yeah, I just clicked this. They do have to save this thing though, which is very interesting. So do have to keep that in mind. Palico is going to be the swap here. Let's see what this is. This is going to be the Alolan person. That makes sense. So we are going to go ahead and fire off our thing. And we do see that they take a decent amount of damage. We're gonna see a Spirit Break pop off here. Bada bing, bada boom. A lot of damage. We freaking love to see that, baby. Alright, so now I need to see... Okay, so unfortunately you're not immune to Taunt, so I do have to keep that in mind. I believe, yeah, this thing does get T-Wave. It also gets Parting Shots. So I think I will switch in Liberty here, unfortunately, but I'm okay with this. I mean, I'm not ultimately okay with it, but, you know, it is what it is. Losing Scrooge McDuck for the Swanna specifically is not a great situation. We are just gonna see a Parting Shot, which is fine. I was expecting a possible T-Wave, but that means that this person cannot switch in again against the Grimmsnarl, so that's really good to know. My guess is Latios is probably coming back in here. Nargacuga, that's not the Lottie. That is going to be the Meowscarada, which is very interesting. Here I just go Colossal. Or honestly, they're probably just going to go for a U-turn. I kind of just am tempted to stay in here. They could click Knock here, but I don't think they do that. I really don't think they're going to do that here. Honestly, no, I could also go Mufasa. Mufasa here is a very free button switch. Actually, no, because if you U-turn, that could put me in a bad position. I think maybe my best play here is to stay in with Liberty to get, and then fire off the Nightshade. I think that's gonna be my best play, unfortunately. But if they go for Knock, then that puts me in a really bad position. I think maybe, do I go Volga here? I don't know. Because I don't want the Swanna to come in for free, but I think I do have to kind of do this, unfortunately. We are gonna make the swap. My guess is they're going to go for a U-turn. If they go for Knockoff, we're in a decent position, because then I can just click Power Gem on the Swanna switch, but... we'll see here. We just see a Flower Trick. Okay, that's good. We got that read right. Okay, so now I can just click the Power Gem button. That does diddly squat to me. I am so sorry about that burn again, man. That That sucks. All right, I'm just gonna click Power Gem here every single time. If Swanna wants to switch in, it's gonna take a Power Gem. U-turn, that's fine. I really hope we see Swanna here. If we don't, then that's not horrible. We could also see Lottie, but Lottie's gonna take damage, so I am okay with that. We could see Registeel. Registeel would be a bit unfortunate because I don't know the TERA of it yet. Alolan Persian is also more than okay. I am okay with Persian coming in here. Literally, worst case scenario is Persian coming in. Mamoswine is fine because I have a perfect switch in for that with Bronzong. We're gonna see Valstrax. That's not Swanna, I don't think. That's Lottie. Okay, so Lottie's gonna take a Power Gem here. And they're also going to take rocks too, which is massive. We fire off our Power Gem, bada bing, bada boom. Does a lot of damage, and we get a crit too. I am so sorry about that crit. I think here, I think I just click Power Gem one more time. We are just going to see an alluring voice. That is fine by me. That does diddly squat. Colossal putting in work, man. Colossal first blood. That is crazy. Not what I was expecting, but I am more than okay with it. All right, so Gammoth. That's Mamo. Interesting. So maybe the Swan, my guess is the Swan is not Boots. This is obviously not Boots. I don't think they have any, Persian might actually die to Hazards. Or at the very least, they're going to come close. I go into Liberty every single time here. Yeah, the Hazards are putting in a lot of work here. It's crazy. All right, so we safely switch out. We're going back into Liberty. We should be able to wall this thing pretty freaking reliably, if you ask me. All right, we're gonna see rocks. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It's obviously not great for the gouging fire, but at this point, you know, hazards are going up so late in the game. Also, this looks like it might be a defensive Mamoswine, which is very interesting. If we can get in Volga and click Rapid Spin, we are mad chillin'. Especially, okay, it also sucks for YANMEGA too, but everything else, it's kind of fine. So we do need to be careful with our switches. I will click Body Press here. We're gonna see the hard swap here. My hope is like Persian or Registeel. Legiana, I think that's Swanna, unfortunately. That does look like it is Swanna, so that is going to be a bit unfortunate. They take a lot of damage to rocks, though, man. That's good. We're gonna body press here. It does a decent chunk of damage. Okay. Rocky, this thing is defensive. Interesting. Gotta say, I was not expecting this thing to be defensive. Okay, my guess is it probably has Roost. I think I go into Shrek here. On the off chance that they don't defog, I can stop this thing from defogging. This is a bit of a risk. I will say this is a little bit of a risk, but you know what? It's fine. We play risky here. Do we see defog? We just see an air slash. Very interesting. So we take a decent chunk of damage from that, but that's fine. I mean, again, here, I can just freely click Spirit Break. Registeel's probably going to come in here. I guess I could also click Taunt. They're probably going to go for Flip Turn. Yeah, they're probably going to go for Flip Turn, so maybe... No, I think I just click Spirit Break here. Oh, they just stay in and go for Air Slash. Very interesting. We do get flinched, which is unfortunate. We also know that this is Rocky Helmet. I don't like how much damage I'm taking on Shrek right now. But honestly, now that the Lottie is dead, I don't need this Mon as much. And with the Mons that are here, I doubt I would be able to pull a sweep off with this thing anyways. So we do fire up the Spirit Break successfully. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage, and by a decent chunk, I mean quite a bit. And the special attack is going to drop as well, which is great. We're probably going to see one more Air Slash to KO me here, which is fine. Okay, so my goal now, I need to get Colossal in at some other point. I think I will click Taunt here. Yeah, I'm going to click Taunt here. Yeah, just so that way they can't click Defog or Roost. And then I go into Gouging Fire and I click DD. Because you're at -1, we're chilling at this point. So yeah, we're going to see an Air Slash. Grimstar is going to go down here. That's fine. Alright, so now I just go into Gouging and I just click Dragon Dance. I'm gonna start playing hyper aggressive at this point. Registeel could be TERA Water, which is something I do have to keep in mind. But again, like, we will outspeed, I think we'll outspeed everything at this point, and we are going to be a booster attack set. So we are looking mad chill right now. So I will click Dragon Dance here. And they ought to stay in. Interesting. Okay, they are taunted, so they can't haze me away. I'm very curious to see what they do here. Let's see. We're just going to see an Air Slash. That's fine. Also, we reveal that we're faster, too, which is interesting. I think I just click it again. I'm just going to click it again. You're not taunted at this point. Or you're still taunted at this point. I can just click this again. Outspeed absolutely everything. Okay, and let's see what we're going to see here. We're just going to see another Air Slash. That is fine. Okay, so my guess is your taunt theory's off here. Yep. Okay, so I just go for Dragon Claw here every single time. Dragon Claw! We outspeed everything at this point. My guess is Registeel at this point has to TERA. We are going to see the Rocky Helmet, that's fine. We could see Sucker on Meowscarada. Honestly, at this point, it might not even KO. We could also see Ice Shard on Mamoswine, so Ice Shard on Mamoswine might KO me. We're going to see Jindahad, which is going to be the Registeel, interestingly enough. So I think this is going to be the TERA. So if you get rid of if you TERA Water here, which I'm assuming you have to do, I think I just click Dragon Claw. Let's see, if you don't TERA Water at this point, Dragon Claw still does a chunk of damage, 26 to 31%, which I will gladly take. I'm just going to Dragon Claw you. Show me that TERA Water, baby. It could also be TERA Fairy, but I think if you're switching this in, it has to be TERA Water for the Heat Crash. So let's see TERA Water, TERA Fairy. Good play. Okay, so this is going to be TERA Fairy, which is a bit unfortunate. So they are going to pick up the KO versus me. Not the best case in the world, but also, honestly, this does give me a pretty free switch into Colossal at this point. We are just going to see a body press. Okay, so body press, Registeel versus Colossal. Body press is 30 to 36%. I go into Colossal here and I click Rapid Spin. This is not the worst case scenario. This is far from it, but we do have to be very careful with how I play this. I will click Rapid Spin here. We're going to see a body press. If we can burn this thing, that'd be great. Please burn this thing. We don't burn this thing, but we fire off the Rapid Spin. That's fine. We're going to keep hazards off the field. If I'm at +1 at this point, I don't think I will still outspeed Registeel, unfortunately. No, I still won't outspeed Registeel, so I will click Rapid Spin here if they try to set up rocks again. Oh, we do outspeed Registeel, but I'm just going to try to keep hazards off the field. Body press, that's fine. Okay, yeah, again, that's fine. We go into the, YANMEGA here, and I think I TERA and click Air Slash. No, I click Bug Buzz. Yeah, every single time I have to click Bug Buzz here. Yeah, I terrestrialize so that it can't do the annoying things. If you're TERA Fairy, and I can get up to a +1 after this. Yeah, this is what I do here. This is what I have to do. We might lose this game now because I got that read wrong on the TERA Fairy. If I should have just clicked T-Crash for the chip, but I thought it was going to be TERA Water, so that was just my mistake. We are going to reveal the TERA Ground at this point, and I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz here. Hopefully, they went for like a T-Wave to try to get greedy. That would be the best case scenario here. We're also going to fire off our Throat Spray, which is great. So please, throw. Okay. Iron Defense, interesting. If they're max, they should never KO me. I Air Slash here every single time to try to get the flinch. I guess I should have gone to Bronzong first, but Bronzong also does too well against the rest of the team. So it's going to be... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm sure Meowscarada and Mamoswine have Ice Shard and Sucker Punch as well, so I do have to keep that in mind. Ice Shard from Mamoswine I don't think will ever KO me straight up, especially if it seems to be a bit more defensive. Ice Shard should never KO, yeah. Even if it's Adamant Life Orb, it should never KO. We fire off an Air Slash. It doesn't die. Do we get the flinch, though? We don't. Heavy Slam. That was a throw, I think. I think that was a throw. Yeah, I think that was absolutely a throw. I think they should have every single time clicked a different button, but I am okay with this. I'm just gonna Bug Buzz here. Very interesting. So, yeah, I still think I'm not in range of Mamoswine here. And, like, Mamoswine is going to take a lot of damage from this Bug Buzz, and actually will die to this Bug Buzz. So... interesting. I think that might have been a misclick, unfortunately, so that is very unfortunate for my opponent, and I apologize if that is the case, but I am also very glad, and I will take it. Again, Ice Shard should never KO me from this range. They have to go Meowscarada, they have to click Sucker, and then they have to go into Mamoswine, basically, after that, and click Ice Shard. Honestly, not even. I can switch out at this point against everything, so yeah. Gammoth. So this is going to be Mamoswine. Mamoswine should never be able to KO me with the Ice Shard, and yeah, Meowscarada shouldn't, like, yeah, we should be fine. I'm gonna yeah, I just clicked Bug Buzz. They do have Ice Shard. It should never KO me. It doesn't KO me because YANMEGA is a freaking beast. We go for the Bug Buzz. We KO this thing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so the only case I lose this now is if Meowscarada and Persian pop off too much. So now it becomes a case of how do I prevent the Persian from coming up in clutch. Same with Meowscarada. Meowscarada is going to come in here. It's probably going to Sucker Punch me in the face. If I'm at 81%, or if I'm at 81 HP, Sucker Punch low-key might not KO me. I think Knockoff's going to do too much to Liberty. I think I have to go for Bug Buzz here. Oh, they don't have it. They don't have it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's go. GG's! YANMEGA coming in clutch, baby. We love to freaking see it. That was massive. That was massive. Absolutely massive for us. Maybe they predicted the swap in the Bronzong, but man, YANMEGA. This is why TERA YANMEGA is so OP, dude. It's so good, and I love it so much. We're gonna see that this thing is hurt by the spikes and the rocks. Bronzong would be able to knock it out as long as they didn't get para 10 times in a row, but YANMEGA should be able to pick up this KO. GG's to my opponent. Oh, they do have Fake Out. We live, though, because we're a YANMEGA, so let's go. We're clutch YANMEGA. We love to freaking see it. Let's go. All right, yeah, we just Bug Buzz here. GG's to my opponent. What a really well-played game, honestly. This was such a great played game. Colossal picking up a KO. We love to see it. YANMEGA sweep. Let's go, YANMEGA coming in clutch. Really well played by my opponent as well. We definitely got very lucky with the sets. We got lucky with the brings. We got lucky that we were able to stack up hazards and keep them up on the field. I don't know if the Swanna had defog. If it didn't have defog, then that was massive for me. I did make the mistake with the gouging fire. I think every single time there I should have always just clicked the heat crash button. If the Registeel had gone for body press, then I think we would have lost this game straight up if they had gone for body press. So in reality, we should not have won this game after that play. I should have gone for Heat Crash with a neutral play, because even against the water, Fairy would have been the scariest type of the rest of my team to deal with. So that was a mistake on my end, so I do have to keep that in mind. I definitely nearly threw this game away. But I think my opponent, I don't know if it was a misclick, I don't know if it was like, oh, I think Heavy Slam should do a decent chunk of amount. But again, that literally came in clutch for me. So GG's to my opponent, really, again, really well played. YANMEGA coming in clutch. Feels great to have a YANMEGA back on the team, man. And that'll do it. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!